Good morning, everybody. Mystery Squick here, and back from a lengthy hiatus to finally return to some Earthworm Jim 3D. It has been quite some time, and that is because, well, oh god, I've been dreading working on this one for a long time, and there's a good reason for that. You'll see a little bit of what's going on with this. Anyways, this was recorded over a couple of sessions. You're really just seeing the final session on this one. But this is among some of the most infuriating things I've ever had to deal with in any game. Just awful artificial difficulty. Yeah, I took a few attempts, like a couple hours each, and had to scrap several recordings because I just got literally nothing done whatsoever. It was absolutely awful. So, the last mission I had to do was a little bit frustrating as well. For sure, just really awkward platforming and whatnot, but this takes the cake. As you will see when I push this button.
Thank you very much.
Hello there, Elvis.
I
would do the voice, but I probably end up sounding more like Johnny Bravo. Yeah, watch him run past that guard. It, for some odd reason, doesn't shoot at him. And now, if you remember Earthworm Jim 1, of course, I haven't played that in a long time, but if anybody here does have any familiarity with it, this is like the Peter Puppy level. So I have to escort Fat Elvis from one end of this corridor to the other while helping him jump over these ledges that he will not jump over automatically by whipping him. That should look familiar to how the Peter Puppy thing worked. And of course you've got these weird little alien things, the alien freaks as Jim so tastefully calls them. The problem being that it's not like the Peter Puppy thing where if Peter gets hurt, he goes and lunges at you and beats you senseless for a little while, kind of giving you a limited number of mistakes that you can make. With our buddy Elvis here, it's one hit, one kill. So that's the problem that you're going to run into with this, is that exactly as you see there, the hit detection with the whip is a little bit wonky, where you have to be extremely accurate with it, and oftentimes you will find that you think you hit him, and it turns out you don't, or your timing with it slightly off, but his jump is very short, so you kind of need to wait to the last second, but by the time you realize your whip has missed, it's already too late, and Elvis is dead, and you go back to the start of the whole thing. Now, I'll admit I'm a bit of a derp, and part of the frustration with this whole thing was the fact that I forgot that you could shoot that door open that you saw at the end. So, in order to just kind of cut straight to this, I ended up taking the long way to get to this. Yeah, I'm actually surprised Elvis didn't get shot there when I jumped over that shot, because they like to do that sometimes. So it ended up that it took forever to actually get to this section, and that added to the frustration, but that's just because I'm dumb and I ended up figuring out a couple of recordings into this, and you can get to it much, much quicker. But the problem still remains. What happens with this is Elvis will get he'll either fall into one of those ledges, which is the most common thing to happen, or you'll be a little bit too slow with killing off one of the alien freaks. And Elvis will get hit, and as I said before, yeah, right there, he just kind of fell, even though I'm pretty sure I whipped him. I actually can't tell, because the audio is muted right now as I'm recording this. This is being recorded in post, just so you know. And it's back to the start with the whole thing, just everything resets, all the baddies come back, Elvis goes back to the beginning of the section. You can see me kind of skipping ahead there to try to, like, help out a little bit, but then I got confused, and then he just falls right in. Whoops. But if you've taken any damage through the process, either by falling into one of those gaps or getting beaten up by the aliens, your health doesn't reset. So the problem is, of course, you can only take so many shots before you've died. Then you go back to the start of the entire level, not just this room. And you have to get back here, which, of course, before, when I was doing the crazy platforming section, that took forever, again, because I'm an idiot. But even so, it just makes things take longer than they really need to, and it makes this whole thing extremely frustrating. I'm going to take a sip of my soda that I have with me, if you don't mind. And yeah, it's just... Oh god, I raged so hard the first run-through that I had to do with this. It was a good hour-long recording session, and all I did was freak out. It's actually one of the few times I've recorded with the wife around. And she was a little worried with just how angry I was getting. I tend not to really get that enraged when I play these things, because usually the stuff that I play isn't that infuriating, but this stuff is I'm really hoping the next level isn't too bad, although this is not the end of the frustration that I had to deal with this whole thing. It was really aggravating. So, yeah, as I mentioned before, this episode is a little bit different, only because I'm doing the commentary in post, whereas I normally do pretty much everything that I've posted on this channel has been live commentary. This one had to be done differently because the practice recordings that I did, well, actually, the first attempts that I did with this whole section, they were done. Yep, there goes Elvis. He's dead, and of course I'm at like half health now, so, you know, that's frustrating. This took a lot of concentration, and as a result, the commentary was just utter garbage. So, when I finally sat down and resumed this after, you know, having nightmares for months about how awful this was, I basically made the decision that I'm just going to try to beat this mission. I'm just going to do what I can to try to get this udder, and I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if I have to do a dozen recordings. I'm just going to sit down for the day. I'm going to try to get this done, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to do the commentary in post, which is definitely odd for me, and it feels really weird doing this, in all honesty, sitting in front of the microphone without actually having a controller in my hand or doing things with the keyboard and mouse, so it's a little bit odd, but whatever. It's also just a lot easier to concentrate on what it is that I have to say. Not that I wrote a script or anything like that, but this is still just as off the cuff as the stuff that I would normally be doing, just that I can kind of focus a little bit more on the commentary, which is, I guess, kind of nice, but I still like the purity of doing things in the live commentary fashion. Of course, it doesn't help that with the voiceover tool that I'm using in Pinnacle right now, it seems to be suggesting that my audio is peaking, so we'll see how that comes out in editing and be able to make that work. And that the commentary piece is really one of the biggest reasons why it has taken so long for this episode to come out, because I started a new video series for those that have actually that have subscribed and been paying attention to the other stuff I've been posting, where I've been doing more just kind of vlog-style videos, playing PC games, a couple of roguelike videos. You can watch those if you so choose, but it's really just been a way to get back in the swing of things and get used to doing live commentary again, because it's been so long since I've done that. Thank you for jumping there, Elvis.
I'm the king.
Thank you again. He's probably going to die shortly anyway. And smack. Oh yeah, that's comfy. That's really comfy. And Elvis dies. Only now, I'm at 10% health, so there's really not any point to actually trying to go through this, because as you'll notice, every run-through I've done in this where I've actually lasted a while, and there's no point in going on. Jump cut! And yeah, we're not going to go through the process of making you watch getting back to there, because you already saw that anyway, tiptoeing over to get in line with Elvis there. But that's the issue with this whole thing is, yeah, you get far enough with Elvis, but you take a pounding. Elvis dies. Back to the start you go. But now you've taken a whole bunch of damage. So what do you do? So yeah, the large reason why this has taken so blasted long has just been because of how awful my commentary's been in the practice sessions. In the attempted recordings that I've done where I've actually tried to do live commentary. I have, what was it, 2 other videos that I did after this. And it was just a lot of silence, a lot of repeating myself, which I'm doing anyway, even when I'm doing this post, but that's to be expected because I just kind of ramble as it is anyway. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to see if I can get back in the swing of doing proper commentary without it sounding like absolute garbage. And yeah, we will see how that goes, and then once I get some practice in and I feel a bit more comfortable with actually recording something, then I'll actually get this episode done. Another delay had to do with some computer issues. I got a newer computer, which I know I've talked about in Rogue Vlogs before, but basically something from my brother-in-law. Computer had a very nice gaming computer, just kind of got fried on him, so I started using that, but Pinnacle didn't work on it. I didn't actually have any video editor that did work on it, and of course the files for this were on the old computer. Now that old computer is kind of fried again. It's going to take some money to actually get the thing up and running. So now I'm back on the old computer as of just a couple days ago, and I said, you know what? I think it's about time.
Thank you very much.
That I actually attempted to finish, well, get this series going again. And actually finish the videos that I've had queued up for a little while. Do not shoot Elvis, please. Shoot me if you have to, but do not shoot Elvis. No, please stay alive, Elvis. You're going so far. Oh yeah, this part's like terrifying. Like, oh geez, I have to shoot a guy and then jump and then, oh no, I don't have time to, okay, I gotta shoot the guy and then make him jump, but, oh, Elvis almost didn't make that jump. Good God. This is the furthest I've ever been. Please don't die now. And oh my God, that's the end. It's finally the end. Oh, it's so it was so satisfying to finally be done with this awful section. Do that victory pose, Elvis. You... where'd you go?
That's gotta hurt.
Well, I would hardly call that a win for Elvis, but hey! It's a win for me nonetheless. Let's get those marbles, thank you very much. And, well, there's nowhere else to go but drop down in, and Elvis is a burger now. I'm as confused as you are.
Hey.
I mean, this whole section has been all food-related stuff, but yeah, and I'm not going to start reading this stuff off, mostly because, well, again, this is in post, so I'm clicking through this a little bit faster than I would have if I were actually going to read it off. Whoops. But, hey, you know. Yeah, this whole thing is just strange. McJim's. Yes, that sounds like a great place to eat. Delicious. No, I don't want fries with that. Thank you very much. And Golden Udder. That has been the most infuriating Golden Udder to get in the game so far. I am afraid of how bad the next ones are gonna be. Well, Udder 5 in this stage really wasn't too bad. Thankfully. But... oh, the boss for this section was not fun at all, but that's going to be for another episode. Anyways, there's enough time to go to another... well, I recorded the other udder that showed up in this stage and finally got this whole level done. So we're going to cut away to that. Okay, so see you in a moment after jump cut. And we're back again, and now we are going after the last udder in this terrible, terrible place. Oh, it's really nowhere near as bad as what the last one was, but nevertheless, this isn't fun. So anyways, yeah, this is going to be further down in the basement of the level, if I recall. I don't know, the clips that I have that I'm working off of on this are actually a little bit scattered all over the place. So, yeah, you got this little window into a kitchen area, and there's a frying pan on the wall, and you're supposed to shoot your bouncy laser so that it hits the frying pan. Kind of an odd thing. And the whole time you get to listen to the alien freak screaming at you, laughing, cackling the entire time. And it's really annoying to listen to. But whatever, I mean, this first room certainly isn't too bad. It takes a few shots to get it, but ping... bounces off of there with a nice loud confirmation noise. I appear to be very confused as to what that actually did. And, oh, cool. Door opened. Don't know why I didn't notice that before. In the meantime, you get to listen to that awful sound cackling away. Yeah, the projectiles on this gun, they move a little bit slow, so it's a little bit tough to actually judge your shots. Like, I missed him with everything. Lead with your shots, you dummy. There we go. So he's taken care of. Not too bad. And there's just a couple of marbles to pick up here. Not really all that bad. And this is pretty tame stuff. But this is only the first part of this particular udder. These aren't too bad. The other ones in the other rooms actually have a little bit of a weird pattern to them, but they don't really do a ton of damage anyway. So there's really nothing to worry about as far as that's concerned. So into the next room. Don't know why the music resets there. Probably just counts as going to another area. And frying pan! Oh god! Okay, we're safe. Those frying pans actually hurt a fair bit. They smack you around. It is not comfy. I think I get hit by it once later on. Come on, hit him. There you go. No marksman award for me. But he invariably gets one. They're impossibly good shots. I know in some of the early attempts I have with the Elvis thing, there's actually a point at which I'm low on health. So I basically just kind of let Elvis run ahead of me so that I can hide around the corner and hopefully survive and get another attempt at it. And the shot for Elvis misses, bounces off the wall, still manages to hit me and kills me. I think that's the point at which I rage quit. So there we go, got the key card. No sense in continuing to bounce off of that door without being able to get anywhere. Yeah, there's a couple of points where you have to do that, which is a little annoying. And now we get into the next room, where you gotta do the frying pan bounce again. So, shoot at that one. It bounces, and look at that. First attempt. Not going to complain about that at all. And here comes the alien freak.
Yo!
He latched onto me pretty quick. There we go, but he's done. That's fine. Cool. Give me that energy. I need it. Come on, stop dawdling. Go and get the marbles. So yeah, this one's a little bit weird. The pattern's simple enough. It's just like, oh, okay, so it just does it twice in quick succession, and then it pauses slightly. Simple enough. It's not that bad. And got it, and on to the next room. This was such a welcoming change. Ow! And again, actually does, what, is 10% damage? I guess it's not huge damage, but still. Compared to the damage that the guys with the guns do, it's not, it's a little bit more considerable. But whatever.
Yeah!
Come on, come at me. And done. Explode into bones. And guy with gun still gets his shot off, of course. Don't know how all those shots missed. Don't know how all these whips are missing. There we go. Give me that. Go back and get the key code, you dummy. There you go. Alrighty.
I feel great!
I'm sure you do. Oh, Jim. So yeah, this one, a little more to shoot at, but not really all that difficult. But as you can see, if you miss the shot, it's not that you only get one shot at it. It's just that they only stay lit up for a short period of time. So you can take a few pot shots at it, and eventually one of these will kick in. You can kind of play with it a little bit, and oh hey, look, I got it. I didn't really explain that well. Basically, you can fire a couple of shots and change the angle a little bit, and if you manage to time it right and hit them a little bit out of order, it will still work. It just kind of ends up being more luck-based than anything else. Get him. There you go. And another one. Shoot him. Shoot him. Ow. Sometimes they don't respond until they're like right on top of you. Other times, I don't know, they're just inconsistent. It's weird. Roasty toasty. Don't know why I didn't actually get that one. Also, don't know why I got confused by the pattern on that one. It's really not anything complicated. Ow. It just sounds awful, too. And he's smacked in the face with a frying pan. But whipping him works really well. I don't know why I didn't start doing that earlier. Oh well, I'm slow to learn, I guess. I hear you giggling. Go away.
Yo!
And ow. Yeah, whipping these guys doesn't work quite as well, but at least he just kind of shot and ran. It wasn't so bad. Ouch. And of course the barrier hurts. Why does it take so long for this one to go? There we go. Thank you.
Yeah!
Got the key card. I think that's the last key card that you gotta get, because this takes you into the final room of this whole series. I want to say, gonna find out. There it is. There's that stupid golden udder. So yeah, final room. There's 4 of these things to hit, and this one's a little bit wonkier, as you will see as I attempt to shoot these. Doesn't really make sense to go that way. Why did it shoot off in that direction? So I managed to hit 2 of them. So it would make sense to go that way, loop around to the second one, hits that, should have hit the third one, and then it should come around and hit that last one in series, but I don't know, this one doesn't quite seem to work properly. Got 2, missed the third one, but it's possible to still hit the fourth one even though you've hit the third one, and then it does that. Why does it bounce off at a random angle like that? No. That doesn't make sense. It shouldn't go down like that. Ping. Still not getting the third one in series. But yeah, this is more so just an issue with... It's tricky changing positioning on this one. Just because you do actually have to get out of first-person mode, move somewhere else. Then you're not sure if that change in position is actually going to help. Nope, that angle doesn't work in the slightest. Let's try this one, why don't we? And then I start going for just luck. Got that one. Still not getting the third one. Oh, but I got the fourth one. Don't ask me how that makes sense. Just keep shooting at it. It'll work eventually. And up. I got the last one just a smidge too late. That's not gonna work. Why are you even attempting that? Now I'm just trying whatever. Eventually it's gonna work. Hey, it did! Alright, cool. Oh, can't complain about that. Yay, marble record broken!
Power!
And the final udder of this awful, awful stage. Oh, it is so satisfying to finally be done with this. Oh, dear God. No, don't jump over the marbles. Just grab the marbles. Not sure why in each of these sets of burners there's only 2 that actually work. Ow. That stinks. There we go. Done, done, done. Get out of here. Don't even bother with the aliens. Just run around them. You don't get anything out of them anyway. It doesn't matter. We're finished. I don't want to see this level anymore. I'm done with it. Ugh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Up the elevator. Up the elevator a little bit more. Ways down there, isn't it? And can we finally leave this awful place? Just go to the exit. Just go. Just please go. Oh, yes. Yes, I want to leave. Get out. Hello, Snot. I don't feel like talking to you right now. We don't need to talk to the cow. What we need to do is we need to go to the boss door. Finally, we can go to Fatty Roswell. That is not for today. That's going to be for another episode, which will not be too far away. I'm going to get that done relatively soon. I'm not going to make people wait forever for that. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being patient and letting me cope with the horrible pain that this game has caused me with these last couple of missions, with just that one mission in particular. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.